fail. You can take this home and work on everything that you would need to work on in the rehearsal. So, how many of you could get this done and send it out to your chorus and work on it in 2 or 3 rehearsals, but they will still finish the song down a half step when they're done?
Probably.
Okay? This is something that I think we all have to rally against, okay? It's kind of this inevitable, this horrible, inevitable thing that we feel as directors. Like, well, you know, we blow the pitch pipe and we end down a half step, and we're all kind of like, well, I guess that's better than ending down a whole step. You know, like it's like barber shop. You know, that's the unfortunately what we do as a cappella singers. You know, we blow the pitch pipe, and it's always down that half step. I noticed I got so upset one night that I went home and I started counting out, you know, we always say do, re, mi, and we have to be really high on the third, right? And so I started going through and I was counting out all of the notes in the song. So if it was in the key of F, I was kind of counting how many times we're on an A, you know, and how many times were we on that third? Is it high enough? And then I started counting through how many times we're on a G, and I started counting all of the notes, and I started to realize as I went through all of our music and I was counting all of these notes that the page before this one, this whole top part here is basically just to prove that I don't have a life. So this is all kind of, I find these sort of statistics really interesting. The most important thing for you to realize is this bottom part here. Barbershop music is extremely diatonic, meaning that the notes fall in the major scale that we're singing, okay? Not a whole lot of accidentals that we have in barbershop music, but this statement here holds true for a majority of barbershop singing. The amount of time that someone is on the tonic pitch is just under half of the time. So if the song that we're singing is in the key of F, the amount of time that someone is actually singing in F, if there are 100 notes in the song, 44 of them are in F. Is that ridiculous? That is unreal. So can we have that A flat again? Thank you. So let's sing Heart of My Heart, okay? And when you sing an A flat, I want you to raise your hand, okay? But that's an A flat. Anytime you sing that note, raise your hand. Here we go. Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. Good. And I see some people confidently raising their hands and others kind of going like this. You know, looking at the person next to them. So let's just take this through quickly. So if that's our A flat, the leads have heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. The basses have heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. The baritones have heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. The tenors have no do at all. They don't sing do whatsoever in that whole section, okay? But the thing that we don't realize as we're singing our part is that, so the leads have heart of my heart. The baritones have heart of my heart. So just at the moment that the leads are leaving do, the baritones are taking it over. If the baritones are not listening to the leads singing the pitch that they're supposed to be singing, they don't creep right up into that sound, okay? So we have a huge, huge responsibility. If almost every other note that we are singing is do, how can we possibly sing it out of tune? Okay? So let's do it again. This time, I just want you to look around the room as we sing it And you'll notice that for the most part, except for a few chords, for the most part, your hand might not be up, but someone else's is. Okay, here we go. Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be gone without you. So there was just that tiny little life would be not with, and then we've got do on almost every single other chord. Okay? So let's sing it again, and this time I'm going to stop you somewhere in the song, and I'm going to stop you, we're going to have silence for a moment, and then I'm going to ask you to sing do. Okay? So I'm going to stop you and ask you to sing an A flat. Here we go. Let's hear our A flat first. Great. Here we go. Heart of my heart, I love. Sing an A flat. Heart. Good job. Okay. So now I'm going to stop you somewhere else in the song, and this time we're going to add a step. Okay? We are going to, I'm going to hold a chord somewhere in the song. I'm going to stop. We're going to sing do. Then I'm going to ask you to blow an A flat, and then all you're going to do is hold your hand up. And you're going to say, we were exactly on the pitch, we were high, or we were under the pitch. We were above it, we were below it, or we were right on it. Okay? We don't have to speak a thing, and there's no halvesies. There's no, okay? It was boom, 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 or boom. Okay? Here we go. Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be not without. Thumbs. I would say that we were maybe 2 cents under. We were maybe, I mean, it was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was just ever so slightly under. Okay, now can we make sure, let's work on this one more time and see if we can improve it. Okay, making sure that the ascending intervals are very, very tall, the descending intervals are very, very small. Listen more than you are singing, because you are leaving a note that someone else was already on, and when you go to that note, make sure that you refresh it a little bit. Let's do it again. Here we go. Heart of my heart, I love you. Life. Heart. We were actually above the pitch. We were actually above the pitch. As much as we were below it last time, we were above it. Okay? The way you can tell is if that pitch pipe sounds dull. Okay? The time before that, the pitch pipe blew and it went, I was better than you. Okay? That filthy little disgusting piece of plastic and metal. Every time we blow it at the end of our song to see if we were in tune and it goes, I'm better than you. Okay, we have to own it and make it sound like the filthiest piece of plastic and metal you've ever put your lips on. Okay? So if we were able to one, sing below the pitch, and with just putting a little bit of attention to it, start above the pitch, this is something that we should all be able to teach our choruses to do. Okay? We have a responsibility to train them how to sing above the pitch. okay? And that is just a few steps that we need to take to get them to be able to audiate pitch better, understand where the tonic is, and get above it. Make sense?